Welcome with us today, Erika.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, first of all. What have been the main challenges, Erika, for you as a female in your academic career?
I am asked this question a lot, and I think people are oftentimes surprised by my answer. I never really felt impediments externally imposed on my career trajectory. It was more often that I had an internal mindset that was preventing me from taking roles or opportunities that were being presented because I didn't think I was ready. I didn't think I had enough information. I didn't think I was good enough. I didn't think I was experienced enough. And I found myself over the course of my career sort of talking myself out of opportunities. And so I believe that I actually was the biggest impediment or challenge to the career that I've had.
I'm sure so many of us, women, men, can relate to that situation, to that state of mind. How did you tackle the most important challenges in your life?
First of all, I had to understand what those challenges were. And so for me, if it was the mindset, then I knew that I had to overcome the self-talk and the internal criticism that I had. But I came to this realization because I was in a leadership development program of some sort, and I remember having to go through a 360-degree feedback assessment tool. And the consultant who was working with me provided feedback both from professional colleagues and from personal relationships. And the feedback across both of those groups was quite consistent, that I was negative in how I thought about myself, or not about me personally, but more in terms of what was possible for my career. And they said that I needed to they were encouraging me to take more risks. And hearing the consistency in that message from that feedback process made me realize that I actually needed to do something different. And so starting to take incremental risks that were small and manageable, and then having success in those allowed me to take the next bigger risk, and having success in that led me to take the next bigger risk. And over a period of time, I was building a portfolio of jobs or roles or opportunities that led to a number of really significant positions, like the one I hold now as Dean of the Wharton School. But I had to talk myself into believing that I could perform at the level that was necessary for each subsequent role that I took on.
Where did you take that courage to overcome your self-talk?
I think that I was so struck by the feedback, and I remember a moment in time when I was teaching a group of women executives in a leadership development program, and the focal area of the classes that I was teaching was on sort of leaning into opportunity. And I remember being presented with a job opportunity and immediately finding myself talking my way out of not doing it. And it occurred to me one evening that I was being really hypocritical because I was teaching women to lean into new roles and more challenging opportunities. And when I was presented with that opportunity myself and I found myself talking myself out of it, I realized that I was being quite hypocritical. And that was not a characteristic that I ever wanted to have of myself. And so that's actually what forced me to take on my first really significant academic leadership role.
What would be your suggestions to the new professors, the young professors?
It is so important to understand what drives your personal motivation for the work that you do. And I remember receiving advice that the research area that I was going to study wasn't mainstream in the field and that it wasn't going to get published and I should really think about doing something else. And I fortunately never followed that advice because I think doing research or scholarship that you're not, where you really don't care what the answers are, you don't care what your findings reveal, means that you're not going to be performing scholarship at the highest level or up to your your standard or the standard of others. So I think really being clear about what questions drive your academic pursuits and continuing in that vein in order to build the portfolio of scholarship that will help you create the name for yourself.
Thank you so very much. We really enjoyed this conversation. Thank you so much for your time, for your wisdom, Erika.
Thank you. I enjoyed being here.